Hello there.
So, my fellow Elie Moses subscribers, I've actually been thinking recently of possibly ending the X-Files reactions on the channel after season 1. I do want to complete season 1 first, of course. And I don't want to let that go by because I think this is such an amazing series thus far. But just in terms of viewership and reactions on the channel, in terms of like comparing the show to Lost and the comment to like ratio and stuff like that, the like ratio is absolutely fantastic actually compared to the views. It's absolutely insane, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. But in terms of the interaction and comments per video, it doesn't quite, nowhere near reach the heights of Lost. So yeah, I love to interact with you guys a bit more. And yeah, X-Files just isn't quite doing that at the moment. Maybe it will pick up. So I hope by the end of season 1, I have a reason to keep going with the series. But yeah, I'm just thinking that at the moment. I'm not sure, because I think season 1 might end on a fantastic cliffhanger or a fantastic note that I just want to get into season 2. So yeah, I just want to be quite honest and frank with you guys at the beginning of this reaction, just to see where you guys is at. So I want to see your guys' thoughts on, yeah, my views just here at the beginning of the video. But yeah, I really would love to continue the series. I think, Mulder and Scully are fantastic characters. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Especially the episodes with Deep Throat when he comes into play and those interactions with Mulder. Oh, man. Oh, man. That episode 17 reaction, possibly my favorite episode of the series, and I haven't even uploaded that one yet. So at the time I'm recording this, I've only got up to episode 16 on the channel uploaded. So yeah, what's going on, guys? Anyway, my name's Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film shit in Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitty shot, baby. And today we are up to episode 19 of the X-Files season 1. This one's titled Shapes. We're gonna get into the reaction. We're gonna have some fun with this thing, and as always, baby, let's absolutely freaking smash it. Let's go. Oh, we starting like that. We starting with the lightning again, like last episode. We ended with the lightning last episode, and the thunderstorms. Now we're beginning with it. Every time I see like lightning like that, and like, I don't know, just the effects or the way it sounds, especially at the end of last episode as well, gives me OG Scooby-Doo cartoon vibes. Yeah, I watched that show, man. Scooby-Doo was my childhood. Imagine an X-Files episode involving the Predator. That would be so sick. I'd like to see what... Oh! Wolfman! Wolfman! Oh, we in werewolf territory now. Come on. Yeah, but imagine an X-Files episode involving the Predator. Like, just something along the lines of that, but they can never find it or really track it. I reckon Mulder will be so intrigued. I don't know, that'll be so sick. That's just my creative juices flowing at the moment and just fan theorizing.
Creeps? Yeah, the creeps. Don't you ever get the creeps?
I mean, 19 episodes in, she's gotten the creeps at least once, I can tell you that.
Victim was shot there, about 3 meters from where Parker fired. There's no way he could have mistaken a person for an animal. Just open and shut, Mulder.
It is pretty dark though, and there was a lot of mist.
This assignment. Well, there seems to be nothing unexplainable about this case.
Nope. Not a thing.
Mulder, this is so odd. It's almost like a snakeskin that's been shed. Well, we're gonna have to take a look at the body ourselves.
The body's been transferred to the reservation authorities. We're supposed to get in touch with Sheriff Charlie Toscani.
Yo, the sheriff operates out of here? That's crazy. Where's the saloon at?
Anyone know Charlie Toscani?
Go home up there.
How'd you know?
You could smell you a mile away.
Well, they told me that even though my deodorant's made for a woman, it's strong enough for a man.
I was at Wounded Knee in 1973. And what I learned fighting the FBI is you don't believe in us, and we don't believe in you.
I want to believe.
He killed what you're looking for, FBI.
What Parker and his kid killed was my brother. And you're all too afraid of some stupid Indian legend to do anything. I hate it.
Go ahead.
And I hate suits who are always here when they want something from us. But when we need help, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah, the acting there wasn't that convincing, in my opinion.
Sheriff Tuscany. I'm Agent Scully, and this is Agent Mulder.
Gooden Snake's body's in my office.
Is that who I think it is? No, it's not who I think it is, right? I thought he was the guy from Mighty Ducks. You know, the first Mighty Ducks film, the Iceland coach? He does look like him, but I don't think it is. Maybe it is. No, I don't think so.
Let him through. Come on, boys. Let him through.
Nah, it's not. It's not. My bad. My bad.
Looks like he'd been attacked by an animal as well.
Could Joe have been attacked also? Maybe the Parkers did see an animal.
No, his wounds have been healing for quite some time. His shotgun wound indicates point-blank range. The pellets entered the body in a single mass. The assailant couldn't have been more than 3 feet away.
We're gonna need to take a look at Joe Goodensnake's dental records.
Interesting. Interesting.
See, these are the canine cuspids.
Maybe he has some sort of condition.
How could his records have been switched or misplaced?
Now you see the second incisor here is chipped, just like the ones in his mouth. These match Joe Goodensnake.
Well, there are cases of calcium phosphate salts developing abnormally with age, but
That could account for what Jim Parker claims to have seen. He was out that night, expecting to see a mountain lion killing his cattle. He gets rattled and a flashlight beam catches Joe here.
Well, if Joe's teeth are abnormal, an autopsy might reveal abnormalities in the interior of his anatomy as well.
I can't allow that.
Why? All the sheriffs at these towns or places that they do investigations are always shady, or like they're being sort of held back
fully qualified.
by higher ups.
No, I can't let you do an autopsy. Don't tell me what I can't do. Native Americans believe that there are laws greater and more just than that of the U.S. government. If they want Joe at rest rather than used as a piece of evidence, that's the way it's going to be. If you want to make an issue out of it to your higher authority, go right ahead.
I saw what they did
Charlie?
there.
Do you believe that the spirit of Joe Goodensnake is in that room?
You can continue your investigation, but you're going to have to do it without Joe Goodensnake's body.
You're gonna have to respect that. I feel like the sheriff actually means well. Like, it's just, yeah, he has to respect the culture of the Indian people and, you know, how they handle their dead. So it's unfortunate at this moment. Would make the investigation much simpler, but
Mulder, since we've been here, you've acted as if you've expected to find every piece of evidence that we've come across. What aren't you telling me? Why are we here?
A true piece of history, Scully. The very first X-File.
oh, no way.
Initiated by J. Edgar Hoover himself in 1946.
That's crazy.
This file indicates that they started again in 1954.
In 59, 64, 78, and now again in 94. But
Here it comes.
these animal man-related murders predate the oldest X-File by 150 years. Members of the Lewis and Clark expedition wrote of Indian men who could change their shape into that of a wolf.
Mulder, what this What this folder describes is called lycanthropy. It's a type of insanity in which an individual believes that he can turn into a wolf. I mean, no one can physically change into an animal.
Charlie always got an explanation for everything. I love it.
Mulder, even if you're right, and Joe Goodensnake did somehow have the ability to transform physically into an animal, he's dead. Jim Parker shot him, and in a couple of moments his body will be burned. End of mystery.
Let's hope so.
What if it was the sister? Brother, sister, they're both werewolves. A she-wolf? No.
You don't belong here.
Gwen,
You're only around to wrap up your investigation.
Yo, these subtitles are
I
crazy.
just wanted to say that I'm sorry about your brother. I feel sad for anyone who loses a part of their family.
Part. It was my whole family.
Gwen, I don't know what to say.
It's no big deal. He had more possessions than he had friends.
I'm not buying into the performance of the sister too much, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say that, but
But what I want to know is off the record. What do you think really happened?
Your explanation, Agent Mulder, is lying on that burial platform. Why don't you just accept that and go home?
damn. That was cold.
Charlie, do you believe in shapeshifting?
This is a funeral.
Please, I just want to show my respect.
I don't want your respects. I want your heart to grow cold. I want you to feel what I'm feeling.
I still don't buy into the sister's performance, I'm sorry.
I think you better leave, Mr. Parker.
I wish your brother could be here. I wish that more than anything else.
I mean, they were just acting out in self-defense, right? I mean, we saw a creature, they saw a creature, potentially a shapeshifter, but is she gonna channel her brother's spirit now somehow and be able to shapeshift? It's gotta be the sister, right? I think. Or it could be the guy with the eye, but I don't think it would be. There must be a pack of shapeshifters. And like I said, she embodied her brother's spirit. Them farmers getting taken out, man.
The way the body's been mutilated, I'd say he's been attacked by a large predator. Or somebody wanted it to look that way. Do you think this is retaliation for the death of Joe Goodensnake?
I don't know.
Have you talked to Gwen Goodensnake? She seemed pretty upset last night.
She's gone. Nobody's seen her since the funeral.
Uh-huh.
PB out on her.
And what about Lyle Parker?
You can't find him either.
He could be dead as well.
What if it's the sheriff?
I'll take a look around.
What I do like about this episode thus far, I do like the mood and atmosphere of the episode, especially the beginning of it, you know, the landscape, the forest, stuff like that, and as well, like the overcast weather, and the rainy weather. I don't know, it just gives off this vibe. It's like I'm sitting in my chair, it's a cozy setting, and you know, it's a nice rainy day. The atmosphere and mood of this episode is really top notch, like so 90s. But yeah, I think the episode thus far itself is a bit of a slog to get through, in my opinion. I don't think it is the strongest yet, but I do like the mood and atmosphere of it. I click space, man, and it does this all the time. I'm thinking of the Jersey Devil episode. Listen, unless this is Jaws the Revenge, I don't think an animal holds a grudge, right? Like, come on, man. Probably multiple predators in these forests. Ooh. Maybe it was this. Is it the son? Is it the son of the farmer potentially? I think the police didn't pick him up earlier. Or maybe this is still Scully doing her scan of the area.
Sheriff, I think it's time we had a talk. An exchange of ideas.
But it can't be the son because he was there when the guy got shot.
Mulder, I'm taking Lyle to the hospital. He's suffering from exposure. And when he's been checked out, I'm going to question him.
Do you think Mulder and Scully go home from these X-Files or these type of cases and think, thank the Lord that is over? Scully definitely. Mulder, I'm not sure.
What are you hiding?
I thought it was over.
Over? Is that why you wouldn't allow an autopsy on Joe Goodensnake's body? You thought it would all end when he was cremated? What were you afraid we'd find?
I can't tell you, but I'll take you to somebody who can.
I think Mulder always leaves with more questions than answers in these cases.
Anyway, my mom, when she was alive, was one that started keeping those animals. I guess I go out there and think about her too.
I don't know.
It's been really wasted to run around there naked.
Run around there naked. That is very
I was one of those
coincidental. Sorry.
When you did go home, did you talk to your father?
The spirits of the caged animals,
I've
man.
been mad I even went to the funeral. I have an image of him sitting on the front porch, but I don't remember talking to him. Why?
Because you spazzed out.
Your father's dead. I'm sorry. It appears as if he's been attacked by an animal, but I suspect it may be homicide. Lyle, I lost my father recently, and I know how overwhelming.
Was it my fault?
I like how that's being brought up with Scully.
By going to the funeral, did it anger them into killing my father?
I don't know.
I can deal with death, living on the ranch, being close to nature and all. You see how it all works. Things are born, things die, everything else falls in between. But if I caused it, if I brought it on, I couldn't,
Gillian Anderson, man, like, I love her tone of voice. Like, to switch it up in different situations. Like, when she's got a temper, when she's got, when she's got.
I saw it once with my own eyes.
When she's pissed off at Mulder, you know she's pissed off at Mulder. Like, even before, right there, when they were trying to sort of figure out what's going on, and then she gave the explanation as to an individual that can think they can shapeshift into a werewolf. I love how her voice raises when she talks to Mulder. It's almost as if she's a mother talking to a spoiled child. Is trying to teach him a lesson and just yell at him and talk some sense into him. And then right there when she's talking with Lyle, it's again really reminding me of the episode with the twin girls when her and Mulder first confronted one of them, sorry, in I don't know if it was the mental institution or like the foster home. Scully's voice when she was talking to the child, I was just like, oh damn, that was so soothing, that was so calm. It's so like, yeah, you feel so comfortable around it. Like it's so good.
It was a long
She
time.
really does have a way with
It seemed like a dream.
being sympathetic in the
I
way
was
she
a
talked.
boy.
Like 1946? Watkins case?
I sense you were different, FBI. You're more open to Native American belief than some Native Americans. You even have an Indian name, Fox. You should be Running Fox or Sneaky Fox.
Just as long as it's not Spooky Fox.
Spooky Fox. Spooky
Tell me,
Mulder.
Ish, what did you see?
An evil spirit capable of changing a man into a beast. To be attacked by a Manitou causes the victim to become one.
The healed scars on Joe Goodensnake's body.
The Manitou overtakes a man by night, not by full moon. But when its bloodlust builds to uncontrollable level, the man changes to a sickening creature. It kills, releasing the savage energy. The man returns to his true self, unaware of what has happened. The cycle begins anew the next day. This continues until death.
That's crazy.
One night,
Non-stop.
when I was 16 years old, I was coming back from fishing at the Cutbank Creek. I knew a shortcut behind Watkins' house. There was a grown, not animal, but not human. I looked into his window. He was covered in sweat and blood. He was in a great, great pain. His arm, the skin ripped. It tore up and fell to the floor. Claws sprang from his fingernails. He turned, screaming, and he saw me. His eyes.
Now this is a performance I can get behind.
His eyes were still human.
Long sort of medium wide,
He
long
begged
shot.
me to kill him.
Camera slowly panning and
And if I
zooming
had been
in.
hunting and had my gun, I'd have done it without a second thought.
One long extended take, zooming into the close-up
Being a
shot.
boy and scared to death, I ran away.
Shortly after the police killed him,
But the Manitou rose again.
8 years later. But with Watkins dead, how could there have been an attack by a Manitou?
Watkins had a son. It could be passed along bloodlines.
And that guy had a sister.
Win. If Joe Goodensnake was this creature, then perhaps it didn't originate in him by the first attack, but was handed down through the bloodlines. This means Gwen could have it also. Gwen could have killed Parker.
Unless there's another relative. I swear, if they build up that, oh, she doing the GTA. I was about to say, if they build up that Indian guy to have so much aura, then kill him off, I'll be so pissed. What was Blood doing?
You're under arrest, Gwen, for stealing Ish's car.
What happened, Gwen? What are you running away from?
I saw it. I saw it kill Parker.
Is it Lyle then? And Scully's in danger?
Let her up.
I went there after the funeral. I was gonna mess up the kid, so I waited.
Maybe it was
But
transferred
Parker
onto
was
Lyle
on
through
the
the
boat.
injury.
And then this thing, this animal. Oh my God!
I ran and I didn't know what all day. I wanted to get up. I wanted to get out of here. I wanted to get out of here.
Bring her inside.
Yo, big up Ish, man. Gangster.
Yeah, this is Agent Mulder from the FBI. I was told I could reach Agent Scully at this number.
Oh, yes. We released Lyle Parker from the hospital and she's taking him back to the ranch.
Always.
So I can reach her there?
Uh-huh. They just left. Agent Mulder, there's something I feel you should know. I received a blood test performed on Lyle Parker.
There we go. It's Lyle.
Something rather unsettling.
It must have been transferred to
What's
him at the
that?
beginning of the episode.
Traces of his father's blood type can only be there through ingestion.
Wait. Traces of his father's blood type. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Because he killed his father. My bad. I was tripping for a sec.
Power's out.
Yeah, it happens to us all the time being out here in the sticks. I'll fire up the generator.
You okay?
I feel sick.
It's always Scully that always ends up alone in her own house and then gets, you know, freaking violated. Or she always ends up with the killer alone somehow. Always separated from Mulder. Oh, poor Scully, man. She about to be, she's been through some shit. She about to see some more shit right now. She about to believe more.
Damn! Keeps disconnecting. The mountains must be blocking the signal. How much farther?
About 7 miles.
Yeah, send it. Ew.
Lyle, let me come in. Lyle, I want to take you back to the hospital, okay?
No.
There's my thumbnail. Wait. She did not hear that scream right there? That is scary. That is scary. He sheds his whole skin in. As if she ain't hit a Scully, man. That's Wolverine, man. That's Wolverine. Hey, if you watch Transformers, you know, man. That's not Freddy Krueger, that's Wolverine. Man, the cat is that a mountain lion or like a jaguar? But that thing just trying to sleep and it's getting disrupted a lot of the times this episode. Let the mountain lion sleep. I want to get a good look at this thing, man. Show off the makeup. Show off the prosthetics. Where's Scully at? Woo!
I don't know what happened. Something jumped me downstairs and I lost my gun.
I heard it come up there.
Where's the sheriff at? He's just camping outside the house. Waiting for an easy shot. if the thing decides to bust case. Man, it's always the slow-mo close-up. Oh, not slow-mo close-ups, but it's always... They always do that sort of...
You all right?
I don't know if they're trying to mask the prosthetics or the effects right there with the slow-mo sort of...
He was in the bathroom sick, and then the next thing I knew, we were attacked by the mountain lion.
It wasn't the mountain lion, Scully.
It's still in a cage out back.
We never really got a good look at it. We only got the close-up shots of like the eyes and the face. Come on, man. Yeah, but they do that thing where it's like a slow-mo jittered attack or like yeah, it's weird. They've done it a lot of times this series,
Where's
and
Gwen?
I do tend
Said
to
she'd come see us before we left.
I do like think it's a trend with a lot of older stuff, older TV shows, older films. They do like the sort of slow-mo, drop the frame rate, jittery, laggy attack shot. Like it's weird.
She left last night. Gave away all her possessions to her friend. Maybe she saw something that she wasn't ready to understand.
Maybe.
Maybe.
FBI. See you in about 8 years.
I hope not.
Until it passes on. Yo, Ish was the best character this episode, man. Like side character. Yeah, I love the mood of this episode. Like I said, the atmosphere, the mood. Overcast, misty forests. I like that. The story itself, side. Bit of a chore to get through this one, if I'm not gonna lie. A little bit of this on the slow end of X-Files episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Still better than the space one, though. Still better than the space one. Don't worry. But yeah, a decent episode of the X-Files. I just wish, like, you know, after that episode 17, which is probably, I think it's one of my favorite episodes this season. Probably, maybe top 2, and it's not 2. Yeah, the EBE episode, I really loved EBE. Like, I don't know why, I just loved it. I feel like it perfectly encompasses the X-Files itself. And the way, yeah, just they're watching you. The truth is out there. You know, just, you don't know. I'm sorry to talk about EBE at the end of this episode, but it really tied into that episode. I forgot which episode it was as well. You know, at the end of that episode, I forgot which one it was. It was this one. I believe Young at Heart. Yeah. With the guy's research being in the locker, and I think the locker was broken into. I feel like the EBE episode, the ending of Young at Heart perfectly encompassed EBE. It's like, you know, in EBE, you had that woman who was probably an undercover CIA agent replacing Scully's pen, or like implanting the tracking device into the pen without her knowing. It was just a woman asking for a pen kindly with kids and stuff like that. And you never pay attention to that sort of stuff because it's like an everyday interaction. But it's those everyday interactions, like hiding in plain sight. And, you know, the Young at Heart ending, I feel like tied into EBE as well, with the, you know, who knows, with that sort of tracking shot of, it could be this guy, it could be this one, it could be this one, it could be this guy, it could be this woman or that guy reading the newspaper, who knows, it could be out there. And EBE, you know, it could be an everyday truck you pass, for instance, that's housing an alien. Like, yeah, I just feel like after EBE, I was expecting to keep going on that tangent, and Miracle Man was like pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. But then you get Shapes, I feel like, ugh. And then hopefully, you know, Darkness Falls picks up again, and we go more into, you know, the world-building lore about the X-Files themselves with Deep Throat and stuff like that. But I feel like maybe after EBE, we need to take a step back from that, because if we went full throttle from there, I feel like it maybe wouldn't have made sense with the cover up there. Even Deep Throat told, you know, Mulder in that episode, he was saying that, you know, the world is not ready for a truth like that. The world's not ready for that because of their reaction. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction nonetheless. It's been your boy Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.